is walking to the Free Filipazzo We Live Horses Challenge Cup for the children. 5 teams coming forward: Poland, Czech Republic, Germany, Sweden and Denmark.
Supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
Want some whiskey in your water, sugar in your tea? What's all these crazy questions they're asking me? This is the craziest party that could ever be. Don't turn on the lights, 'cause I don't want to see. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. She said, that ain't no way to have fun. Son, open up the window, let some air to this room. I think Mama's choking from the smell of stale perfume. And the cigarette you're smoking about to scare me half to death. Open up the window, let me catch my breath. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. She said, that ain't no way to have fun. Son, that ain't no way to have fun. Son, son, son.
for the benefit of all, especially our chef to keep some riders in this Challenge Cup, the pre-Philip Arts We Live Horses. Children Horses final. Time allowed is 72 seconds. 72.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to Centaur Park. It is Challenge Cup Day, and we've already seen from the young riders and the juniors, but now it is the children on the horses category that takes centre stage, with 5 nations coming forward to jump another fabulous track presented by Great Britain's Rafael Suarez and the team. Thursday this week saw the qualifier for the Nations Cup final that's taking place on Sunday, and it's the top 6 nations from that qualifier that gained the spot in the final. The other combinations, though, come here to the Challenge Cup. France took the win, Italy second, Switzerland third, then Ireland, Belgium and the Netherlands in 4th, 5th and 6th respectively in that qualifier. But coming forward to the Challenge Cup is Poland, the Czech Republic, Germany, Sweden and Denmark. All nations with a team of 4 apart from Denmark, who present 3 horse rider combinations, and we wish them all the very best of luck indeed. 350 metres per minute the speed requirement for these children on horses, jumping at a height of 1.25 m. The time allowed has been set at 72 seconds. Runs under that normal Nations Cup format, with the best 3 scores being combined to make up the team score. If any teams are on an equality of faults for first place, they will be coming back to a jump-off. It was Italy and Great Britain that came back to the jump-off in the juniors. When we see a jump-off, though, for the children on horses, make sure to follow the leaderboard yourself on Akeep. Search online.akeep.com. But we hope to bring you all the results and keep you up to date from the studio. To the first rider forward for the First Nation and the Children on Horses Challenge Cup, it is Thomas Wadowski's Polish team, and Zuzana Karsoe with Uraka the second, the first to go. 12 fences, 15 jumping efforts, and it's Zuzana Kersaway and Norark the second to get us started in the Challenge Cup for the children on horses. It is 2 down and 2 time penalties. These riders penalised with 1 time penalty per commence second over the time allowed of 72 in this first round, finishes with a total of 10. But from Poland we go to the Czech Republic, and it's Albert Pisarik that gets the Czech Republic underway with Gillerit. Czech Republic, who sit 4th in the final European standings for the children on horses, picked up their best run in the Nations Cup series. Zudovic, their home Nations Cup, the third of 10 legs of the series this year, and it's clear so far for Albert Pisarik and Gillerit. So here we go to the final line. They've got the treble combination to jump at 11 ABC, clear through that, and then straight on to the 12th of 12 fences. Sets up nicely, but another one to head into time penalties. The Czech Republic's Albert Pisarik and Gillerit stop the clock in 73.30. 8 jumping and 2 for time. Will Germany have better luck with Brian Bebum, the first of their 4 riders, on Carlucci 20? Brian, who's already been in the top 10 this week, finished 8th on Friday in the small tour against the clock for the children on horses. So joins us here in the Ashford Farm Arena in good form. Not had a clear round yet from the children on horses, but only 3 have jumped. This the third, Brian Bebum and Carlucci 20 for Germany. 4 jumping faults in 70.26 is the best of the rounds we've seen so far. But will Sweden provide us with the first of the clears? Valentina Jarl and Tiger Rose, the partnership that come now to jump over Great Britain's Rafael Suarez's track. They were part of the European team for the children on horses, for Sweden jumped in Italy back in July. They spent the early part of the year in Bejer de la Frontera of Spain, completing the 1-star classes. And jumping this ride, Tiger Rose, to a handful of top 5 placings. It is the first of 4 for Sweden. final part of the treble down, so it does result in 8 jumping penalties in total for Sweden's Valentina Jarl and Tiger Rose. 64-64 is where they stop the clock. With Adam Gazinski that comes next. For Poland, we will be seeing Denmark very shortly indeed. They've got a team of 3, so they'll be jumping their first team member after rider 2 for all the other teams has jumped. At a slight disadvantage, as of course with the Nations Cup format we combine the best 3 results to make up the team score. So Denmark's scores will all count, all 3 of their riders, but do get the slight advantage of seeing 8 jump before them. So can get their eye in perhaps a little bit better than some of the other initial riders. First 2 parts of the treble down for Gazinski and Lorina, the second of 4 for Poland. 75-0 the time. So Poland could be finishing on a best potential score of 8 as we go to rider 2 for the Czech Republic. Santariana Hakrova with Ben Hur. Adriana, who's already been in the top 10 this week, finished in the placings in the 1m25 Big Tour Special earlier on today. And another member of the Czech Republic team that jumped in the Europeans for the children on horses in July. Uncontested in Samorin of Slovakia in the Nations Cup leg. Czech Republic finishing joint second on that occasion. Not the best result though they've picked up on the circuit. That was at their home Nations Cup back in April. Team that sit 4th in the final standings for the children on horses. Just had to get a little bit more involved then. Coming across the arena to the vertical at 7, Adriana Hakrova and Ben Hur. (68-28) and provides us with the first clear round in the Children and Horses Challenge Cup. The Czech Republic's Adriana Hakrova and Ben Hur could be seeing Czech Republic finishing on 0. Remember though, if we do get a team equal first with equal penalties, they will be coming back to jump in a jump-off. At the very top of the programme this morning, we suggested that that was quite unlikely that that was going to happen, but proved totally wrong, as both the juniors and the young riders have headed through to a jump-off. Colin Sorg then and Casillas the second for Germany. Actually note that Colin didn't jump for Germany in the Nations Cup qualifier on Thursday. That's no problem though, because at the start of the week, the chef de keeps, who in this case is Ebrard Simon for Germany, they declare their team of 5. They can select then from that pot of 5 for each of the Nations Cup competitions, so you can have a different team before jumping in the qualifier than you do in the finals, or in this case the Challenge Cup. But they do start in reverse order of merit from the results in the qualifier on Thursday. Colin Sorg then, and Casillas the second. Full jumping it is for Colin Sorgan. Casillas the second looks behind himself and, if anything, remarks in disbelief. Really thought they were going to add to the clear rounds in the competition, but a final fence coming down and just being set by the arena team now. So, to our next rider for Sweden, Jonathan Hansen and Stalem ESCZ. Jonathan and the now 18-year-old Zangerscheider gelding have been out winning on the national circuit back home in Sweden. And a ride that he's not had for all that long. Took over the ride from Matt Elsa third in, also for Sweden, back at the end of March. But has already picked up placings at Drammen in Norway. Jonathan Hansen, Salm ESCZ. Might not have been together all that long, but already producing some great clear rounds on the national and international stage. Jonathan Hansen and Stalem ESCZ go clear in 68.40. Sweden could be finishing on a score of 0, but it's quite early to tell, as the best three scores that count. We're only on rider number 2, but this is rider 1 for Denmark, Champagne KS, and Malu Therese Mulberg Larsen. Came forward and jumped in the Nations Cup Grand Prix yesterday for the children on horses. It was the qualifiers on Thursday with 11 starting nations for the children on horses. Day 2 of the competition was the Nations Cup Grand Prix. It's the Challenge Cup today, but all focus will be on tomorrow, the final of the FEI Youth Nations Cup for all 4 categories. Final part of the triple down, not the first, and I imagine not the last to have that. Malu Therese Mulberg Larsen, Champagne KS, 12 jumping penalties in total in a time of 69.72. That could be the best potential finish score for Denmark, with all 3 scores counting for them. Helena Gola and Carbonara MK return to the Ashford Farm Arena. Jumped yesterday in those Nations Cup Grand Prix for the children on horses, just outside the top 20 on that occasion. But back home in Poland, having some strong runs, most recently in the international children on horses classes, the Grand Prix in Morocco. Well, it is up for Poland. Helena Gola and Carbonara MK pushes their best potential finish score to 18th, ranks 5th for now. But the ranking doesn't mean a huge amount at this stage of the competition. We've got plenty more to jump, and any teams tying for first place would be coming back to the jump off. There's every chance that that might happen just yet because the Czech Republic are on 0, so Sweden. And the next few combinations could really shake things up a little bit.
Czech Republic is next to come forward. Vanessa Ingrid Pesina will jump first, staying on the draw. Dorian HD8. Vanessa Ingrid Pesina with the Dutch warm blood. That's a man. Now potentially could go clear. This is a horse from the Staffex stables. Good luck.
So the Czech Republic coming forward once again to put their mark on the competition. The third rider for that nation on the clear at the moment, with Albert Pisalik's score in the disregard position for now. Here is Vanessa Ingrid Pesina, Doran HDH. Vanessa, who jumped into 4th place in the small tours on Friday, finished 2nd in fact today in another one of those small tour special classes. Will the good form continue, or be a different ride in this Nations Cup Challenge Cup for the Czech Republic? This will change things a little bit for the Czech Republic, as into time goes Vanessa Ingrid Pesina and Doran HDH. It is 4 for jumping and 4 for time. 75.69 is where the clock stops, so sees the Czech Republic with a score of 8, with one rider still to come for them. But now to the German combination of Luis Conler and Dress for Success. The pairing that finished 7th on Friday in the Children on Horses Nations Cup Grand Prix. Germany, who are on 4 at the moment, so would certainly benefit from a clear round. And we're yet to see that from Germany in this Challenge Cup for the Children on Horses. This would be good for Germany. Yes, 70.29, and it's clear for Luis Conler. And Dressed for Success keeps Germany on a score of 4. The only team on 4 at this stage of the competition, with Sweden leading the way on 0. But they've only jumped 2 of their 4 riders, and this is the third now. It's KT Kabak for Nikki Anderson. The pairing that made up the Nations Cup team in Hagen in Germany back in June, and then went on to jump for Team Sweden in the Children on Horses European team in July. Sweden, who picked up their best run over at Drammen in Norway in May, and with 4 faults on the card for Nikki Addison and KT Kabak. That pushes us ever so closer to a jump off between Sweden and Germany. Total of 24. Nikki Anderson, K&T Kabak for Sweden. 69.84 does become the disregard score on this occasion, where the top 3 individual scores combined to comprise the team result. But from Sweden onwards to Denmark, the second of 3 riders for them, and that comes in the shape Sil Hadvig Nielsen and Kimonde de la Roque. Sila, who was jumping into the placings earlier on this morning in the Stefex Horse Track Small Tour Special for the children. Just has to work that little bit harder to the Oxer at 1, but now appears to settle into the pace. The speed requirement for the children of 350 metres per minute. The time allowed calculated at 72 seconds. Perhaps this could be the first clear round for Denmark. Sila Hadvig Nielsen and Kimonde de la Roque do indeed go clear. Put up a time of 68.94. There is a best finish score of 12, with Denmark not having the ability to disregard a score as they only bring forward 3 horse rider combinations in this Challenge Cup for the children. But we come to the last of the riders for each nation now, and it's Poland that get us started on the final run. Alicia Kosmul, the Clearwater PPZ, another of the European team members for Poland, and a rider that has already been on the top 6 this week in the Big Tour Special at 1.25 m this morning. Just something catching the eye of Clearwater PPZ. So we'll have to come round and re-attempt the first of the combination fences. We see the first at 5A, 5B. Then the treble down the final line at 11 ABC. So not only will it put jumping penalties on the card, but with a fairly tight time allowed, and now 10 seconds to get home, it does mean time penalties too. Time penalties indeed that for Poland's Alice Kosmul and Clearwater PPZ, 15 of those in fact, 8 jumping faults. 86.25 is the time, so sees Poland go on to complete with a final score of 30 in 211.73. That's the combination of the best 3 athletes in that team. But the Czech Republic, who are currently sat on 10, could seek to mix things up in the order. Teresa Abikova, their final rider on Timur. Familiar face on the Nations Cup circuit, having jumped in Samorin last year, in Austria this year as well. And as the final team member, could cement the Czech Republic into the placings. Oh, the last goes. It is 4 jumping penalties for the Czech Republic's Teresa Abakova and Timur, 70-87. So the Czech Republic sit in 4th place for now in the ranking with 14 in 212.45. You can keep yourselves up to date with all the scores as we see them here. You can find them on online.keep.com. But back to the action we go with Germany. Julie-Marie Kühner, who takes centre stage now on Diallo. Germany, who top the final standings for the children on horses. And albeit not taking too many wins other than that at Golominore in April, often find themselves in the top 4. And there's all the chance of Germany winning. Because if Julie-Marie Kühner goes clear, they won't be able to be caught by any other team. And therefore removes the possibility of a jump off. Team Germany on the edge of their seats because she's got 2 jumping efforts now, 1 to go. The final rider for Germany, yes, it is clear, and 65.80 secures Germany the win in the Children on Horses Challenge Cup. So now Sweden come next as our penultimate. It's very much between Sweden and Denmark because Sweden are sat with a best potential finish of 8 at the moment, and Denmark are on 12. So a clear round from Viggo Berstrand and Iwan would see Sweden confirm their spot in 2nd place. But if Viggo has a rail, it'll be the time then that would look to separate Sweden and Denmark. And that's if Denmark's last rider goes clear. So very much all to play for 2nd and 3rd. It's certainly close at the top of the leaderboard. Put in a nice clear round with this ride on Friday in the Children on Horses Nations Cup Grand Prix, and he does the same again here in the Ashford Farm Arena and puts Sweden in a confirmed spot of 2nd place. Viggo Berstrand and Ewan in 68.18, the 2nd clear round on the board for Sweden. Well done, you. So to the last we go then. In the Challenge Cup for the Children on Horses, there will not be a jump off, as Germany have a confirmed win, Sweden in 2nd, but now it's Denmark that presents, and will they be on the podium? And it all comes down to their final rider. Palmer, Sophie, Glad, Jansen, Christensen, and Linden. Looks to be quite steady over the early part of the track, and it's 4 faults at number 3. So it'll be the Czech Republic that climb up into 3rd place. And Denmark that'll most likely finish now in 4th position. But a result that they certainly shouldn't be disappointed with, because Denmark only with 3 riders. And before the competition even starts, it does put them at that slight disadvantage. But the riders all coming out and jumping some impressive rounds over the last few days. To the final line comes our last to go. It's the penultimate day of the FEI Youth Nations Cup, and Palmer, Sophie, Gree, Jansen, Christensen and Linden stop the clock in 69.17. 12 penalties it is, so puts them into fourth. And indeed our last to go. Well, we'll take a look at the leaderboard then, and the final confirmed leaderboard. The FEI Piliparts We Live Horses FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Final, the Challenge Cup for the children on horses, as it all draws to a close in the Ashford Farm Arena on the penultimate day of competition. It is the prize giving to follow, but it's Germany that take the win. Ebert Simon, the chef de keep of Team Germany, Sweden second, the Czech Republic third, Denmark fourth, and Poland in fifth place. Thank you so much for joining us on Clip My Horse TV. Look forward for you all to join us tomorrow for the final of the FEI Youth Nations Cup at Centaur Park. I'll leave you with arena commentator Matt Millen. He'll take you through the prize giving.
A celebration
So we invite the grooms or the parents in to take charge of their horses so we can bring the presentation to you on the podium. But it gives me a chance as well to introduce you to our presentation party of Javier Maston, the FEI official and our foreign judge from Spain. Joining the presentation party, our CEO of the team here at Centaur Park, it is of course Lawrence Maynard. Onto the podium in third place, we would like to invite the team from the Czech Republic, Albert Pizarnik and Jana Hakrova, with Nessa Ingrid Pacina and Teresa Abikova. To the podium in second place, who went so close, the team from Sweden, Valentina Jarl, Jonathan Hansen, Nikki Anderson, Viggo Bergstrand, Matilda Hansen being their fifth rider. And the winning team from Germany, the victorious team of Brian Beerbaum, Colin Sorg, Louise Conler, Jolie Marie Kuna, and their reserve rider Emma Hurt on the podium in first place. Ladies and gentlemen, can I invite you please to be upstanding as we celebrate the win of We Live Horses Free Phillip Park Challenge Cup for the children by playing the national anthem of the winning country of Germany. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations to Team Germany. Delighted to welcome forward the representation from the FEI and our foreign judge of the week from Spain, Javier Masson, to congratulate the teams. The third place team of the Czech Republic, including their fifth rider, Václav Humplik, the team in second from Sweden, and the victorious team in Germany. Also inviting forward Lawrence Maynard, Chief Executive Officer here at Centaur Park, making the presentation to our winners, offering his congratulations. And our ringmaster Ben as well, looking after you all today. I'd like to be involved. Congratulations from the big team. This is Cesar Rowley for the pre-Mercedes Group Jam Under 25 Grand Prix.
You're such a big star.